New York City penalty. It's another Brazilian, Junior Urso.
So why is Sean Johnson not go and just stand on the ball and get sent back in, do something a bit different to break the rhythm up?
Oh, fires it into the net. Another wonderful penalty from Junior Urso. It is 4-3, and they are one penalty away, and maybe not even that, because if New York City fail to score the next one, Orlando City are through.
This is unbelievable. You could put 3 goalkeepers in, they're not saving that.
When you consider that the pressure on this, it's knockout football for a place in the conference semi-finals. Oh, this is a horrible penalty, this one.
Yeah, you go 5th because you think I could be the one scoring the winner, and suddenly you're in this situation, and he's looked tired in real time, Castellanos. He was flagging towards the end.
He's been a player full of goals, full of creation. He's been out of form in this game, Castellanos. A couple of chances he didn't take. He has to score this or it's over. And it's saved! And as is so often the case, the penalty that has to be scored is the one that's missed. Galese, the hero. History again for Orlando City and Oscar Pereira. And despite playing out the game and extra time with 10 men,
oh no,
they thought they were through, but hold on a minute.
Oh,
has he come off his line?
Oh, someone get Pereira back out the dressing room where he's just opened the champagne.
Let's see.
Oh my goodness, if that's that can't be, surely.
That's so harsh, isn't it? He's taken half a step forward.
It can't be. It just can't be.
Oh, what a controversial ending this is.
I mean, we haven't...
Well, he's speaking to the video assistant referee, is Alan Chapman. I'm with you, Matt. I mean, OK, you're not supposed to come off your line, but you have to push to one side, push off.
I mean, it's almost impossible otherwise. I mean,
see from this.
Oh my goodness!
The right foot is what, 3/4 of a yard forward? I mean, it's how is he supposed to move horizontally perfectly along the goal line? It's an impossible movement, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, what drama here!
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
Well, he's off.
Oh no!
He's already been booked, Galese. A yellow card for coming off his line, and Orlando City, having thought they were through, have now lost their goalkeeper. But this is extraordinary.
That is quite incredible. And we're not going to be able to see it, but it would be unbelievable to see all of the goalkeeping that we've seen in the shootout so far. I mean, it's just impossible.
Yeah,
what else can he do? He'd have to start with his back in the net to do anything different in that situation.
Well, they're going to have to stick an outfield player in goal, aren't they? They've used all their substitutes.
Interesting, it looked a very quick decision they made, but has someone got the coach back? Oh, here he comes. Someone's had to run and get him out of the change room. Oh, he will be apoplectic.
Well, this is just an unbelievable and, quite frankly, an unsavoury ending to what's been a terrific playoff game. And this for me, is the problem with the VAR. There's too much precision being used for something that was supposed to be, when it was originally brought out, for clear and obvious decisions. There would have been no complaints at all from New York City had they lost. It was the yellow card for the protest, Matt.
Yeah, and I mean, you're talking about careers here.
I know, we understand it was for leaving his line. So it's going to be retaken, but not with Galese in goal.
I mean, is he then suspended? He's suspended for the next game.
Yeah, exactly, along with Ruan.
So Ruan gets sent off for his behaviour, and Galese, who's been outstanding, gets sent off for making a half a yard step forward off a goal line.
I think it's ridiculous, isn't it? Have you ever seen anything like this? What drama! Orlando City thought they were through, thought they created history, and talk about going from ecstasy to agony in a split second. And it does look as though Brian Rowe is coming on.
Castellanos has to take the penalty as well, for the thinking time that he's had.
So what they've done is they've taken Schlegel out of the equation for Brian Rowe. Miscounted the substitutions. Just as well, really. Rowe is on, and they have to go through it all over again. Well, what if he comes off his line and makes a save? It seems incredibly harsh.
I mean, okay, we haven't seen the other penalties, but we have to assume that they have stood exactly on the line for all of those previous penalties. I just can't possibly believe that.
Well, we said Galese might be a central figure in the penalty shootout. He certainly has been, but nobody could have predicted this.
Maybe Castellanos will do the honourable thing. Just wander up, tap the ball forward a yard, concede.
It's not going to happen. Not saying he's going to score, but can't see that happening. What a moment for the substitute goalkeeper, Brian Rowe.
One-touch Rowe, as he's known to his mates.
Will it be a significant touch? Because let's not forget, Castellanos still has to score this.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, it is over. And the ball is still in Orlando City's court, because if this does go in, they have the next one to win it. They thought it was done and dusted 5 or 6 minutes ago. This must be breaking records as the longest playoff match in history.
Longest sporting event ever.
Castellanos.
There's a few test matches finished before this.
Well, again, he's still in communication, Alan Chapman, with the video assistant.
What on earth can they possibly...
But it's taking the pressure off Castellanos a bit, because he's already missed.
This could be the substitutes rule, you know.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. I thought they used their allotted amount.
Oh, my goodness. Take it quick, Castellanos.
So Brian Rowe, maybe. He's not going to get his moment.
It's fair to say the playoffs always deliver drama. Schlegel actually went for the gloves first time. Did you see that? And that was where I was saying it's a really quick decision.
Well, that's what I was saying to you, that surely there has to be an outfield player in goal. But then when we saw Rowe put the gloves on, we thought, OK, maybe we've miscalculated that. But Oscar Pereira has tried to put a fast one there.
But I don't mind that, a bit of mind games. Make it more of a farce, ramp up the pressure on Castellanos. And this isn't down on Alan Chapman. But unfortunately, it doesn't do the tie any favours either.
Wasn't VAR supposed to stop controversy?
It'd be great if they put Galese back in just for a giggle.
Still in conversation. Rowe is still hoping that he can come on and make the save. Schlegel is getting ready again to play his part in goal. We've had it all in this playoff, haven't we? And it's only the first game.
Are they checking? Do you think they can't be checking the rules here, can they? But obviously Alan Chapman should have all the substitutes written down, so he should be able to check the numbers.
Well, I think the issue is as well that you can't make a substitution during a penalty shootout, because when you think about it, we see it, that the penalty takers are brought on before the end of extra time, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly how it should be.
And so that is the problem. Well, he's fuming here, Oscar Pereira. He was off down the tunnel celebrating. They are overcomplicating the game now, though, aren't they, with the use of VAR?
You think, oh my goodness.
So it can happen.
No.
No? This is ridiculous, isn't it? This is becoming farcical now.
You see the reaction there of the coaching staff. That
certainly must be breaking some sort of record for a wait to take a penalty for Castellanos.
Amazing story developing. The only thing we need now is one of the officials on a phone looking up the rules of the game.
Well, Schlegel's putting the gloves on.
Or someone gets sent off in this situation. Alan Chapman's got to be clever here, because he's got to understand the pressure that's going on. Don't book someone in this situation. Don't do something silly.
But that is a rule, isn't it? I mean, that's been the rule of the ages, that you cannot make a substitution once the penalty shootout has started.
Absolutely, but and that's a basic that I don't understand why they had to have that much consultation.
I suggested at the time that it would have to be an outfield player in goal, and then you start to doubt yourself when you see Brian Rowe don the gloves. And
how bad do outfield players look with gloves on, by the way?
Yeah, they just don't look right, do they? Yeah, Schlegel's handling wasn't the best, was it, when he came on and took the throw and dropped the ball about half a yard in front of him? But well, if he saves this would be a story. Just stay on your line. Castellanos with it, tucks it in, and it is 4-4 after all that. But Orlando City have the next penalty to go through.
He was so busy trying to stay on his line, he doesn't even dive.
I love the big step to the left.
Oh, brilliant entertainment, but not the way a tie of this magnitude should be sorted out.
Well, it's Nani.
It can't
I'll tell you what,
that misses. It just can't be that.
Talk about pressure on this. If he scores, they win. But if he misses, it goes to sudden death with Schlegel in goal for Orlando.
He can't have that twist.
He's already got the better of Sean Johnson once.
Be the superstar.
After 5 minutes, Nani to put Orlando City into the conference semi-finals. Oh, and it's saved by Sean Johnson. But what about, did he come off the line?
You know it had to be, and you know they have to look to the millimetre, because it's not does he come a foot, it's does he come at all. That's the line in the sand they've drawn.
Well, he went the same way as after 5 minutes. That's a brilliant save.
Yeah, but look, there you go. Look at the front foot.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same distance.
It's exactly the same.
Well, surely that's going to be looked at, isn't it? I mean, this is extraordinary. I mean, he was yellow carded and sent off for that, and that's not been reviewed, has it? Acevedo finds the corner. It's a great effort from Schlegel. But we are into sudden death now, and New York City lead 5-4. Have you ever seen a penalty shootout like this, man?
I've never seen anything. But look again, like as we said, it's impossible to dive without taking that step forward, and that's exactly what happened there. I know the ball ends up in the back of the net, but honestly, this will be talked about.
Yeah.
And if they go out in these circumstances, Orlando, it is the cruelest thing possible.
Robin Janssen with the penalty has to score. They trail 5-4. We are in sudden death. Johnson has just saved from Nani.
Well done.
But he hasn't saved that one.
Well done.
And it's 5-5. Well, Orlando City's first foray into the postseason is certainly going to be memorable. But for all the wrong reasons, and they'd have every right to appeal that. The save that Galese has made and the save that Johnson has made, to me, they're identical.
I agree. I agree.
We go on. 5-all. And it's the Icelandic international, Gudmundur Thorarinsen. Saved by Schlegel! Can you believe it? The outfield player in goal for the shootout beats it away. And Orlando City have another chance.
Oh, the reaction from them.
Yeah, he thought they'd won it, but there's another penalty to go yet. Orlando have to score theirs because New York City took the first one. Well, they're celebrating, but there's another penalty to go, surely. Well, I make it 5-5. Beaten away by Schlegel from Toro Rinson.
And it was a horrible penalty. He didn't even have to dive.
I think the question is being asked here, but New York City took the first penalty. It is 5-5. Toro Rinson has had it saved. Orlando City have to take a penalty. Well, this is extraordinary. Well, the score is 5-5 here. Orlando City celebrating progression for the second time. But this isn't harsh this time. They have to score the next penalty.
But how the officials can't get that wrong. You cannot get that wrong. Whatever chaos is going on around you, do not allow a miscount to have taken place as well.
No, that is extraordinary, isn't it? Well, this has been a shambolic penalty shootout, really, and you have to say massively controversial as well, because when you look at the Johnson save, it was so similar to the one that Castellanos had. Benji Michel with this penalty to win it for Orlando City, and finally, at the third time of asking, Orlando City are through to the Eastern Conference semi-finals. They have beaten New York City here 6-5 on a penalty shootout that will be remembered for all the wrong reasons and for the ages. Twice they thought they were through, Orlando City. The first one they were harshly denied, the second was a miscalculation, and the third time it has counted. Benji Michel driving the ball into net. They'll be without Ruan and Galese, who will be suspended against either Philadelphia Union or New England Revolution. But having played with 10 men for an awfully long time, New York City's playoff hoodoo strikes again, and it is Oscar Pareja's Orlando City, at the first time of asking, who have a playoff victory. And the hero is Rodrigo Schlegel, who came on, ended up in goal, and saved crucially from Toro Rinson. And Orlando City, Matt, have gone through.
Yeah, just incredible, and a horrible way to go through. Fantastic scenes now, but the game is better than having a situation like that at the end of it. But ultimately, because of the guts, the determination they've shown, and the fact that New York could not get the job done, having played all that time with the extra man, deserve it. That man, the coach, certainly deserves it. Oscar Pareja has put an unbelievable culture through this team this year. I mean, he ran down the tunnel into the changing room himself, didn't he, at one point? But incredible scenes onwards.
Well, have you ever seen a penalty shootout like that? Absolutely extraordinary. Controversial, but Orlando City are the first team through to the Eastern Conference playoffs. It's finished 1-1, and Orlando have won it 6-5 on penalties. Quite extraordinary scenes at the Exploria Stadium here in Orlando. It started with a bang with 2 goals in the opening 8 minutes. But an extraordinary ending that will never be forgotten, certainly in these parts. So Orlando progressed to the Eastern Conference semi-finals, 6-5 in an extraordinary penalty shootout, and they will play either Philadelphia Union or New England Revolution.